Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm AmandaMuse, and today we're going to be talking about something that you're hearing a lot in the skincare world, in the wellness world. We're going to be talking about gua sha and facial massage. My intent with this video is a little bit of, does it work? As a real woman's experience, I'm a busy mom, I have 2 kids, I work from home, I try to stay fit, I try to drink enough water, I try to eat all the good things, but also sometimes the bad things because life is a balance. And I'm hearing a lot about gua sha. To be honest, I might even be saying that wrong. Is it gua sha? In any event, I'm seeing it pop up, I'm seeing it on TikTok, I'm seeing it on my YouTube feed, I'm seeing it on Instagram, using a tool and some facial oil and a specialized technique, which proves to be really quite relaxing, apparently has some medicinal benefits, anti-aging benefits. We're gonna get into it. Let's see if this actually works. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe. I'm putting out 4 videos a week, especially during these wild times living in this pandemic era. And I talk about all things being a woman, being a good, kind person, having opinions, having thoughts. I'm also a mom of 2, a podcast host, and I love my dogs. There's a lot happening, like I'm sure is happening for you guys in your world, and I like to share bits and pieces of it with you, so I hope you stick around. And because I'm not an expert, let's take to the internet to figure out what is gua sha, why we should be interested in it, and why are we only hearing about it now? Gua sha is part of traditional Chinese medicine, and practitioners of Chinese medicine have been using a tool. The ones you see today and the ones I'll be showing you is a little bit more glamorous than what's been used in the past, but essentially by scraping the surface of a person's skin, causing some tissue damage, which sounds very dramatic, it's not that dramatic, has some belief that there are medicinal benefits. In this video, we're going to be sticking to specifically gua sha for facial massage. I know that this tool and benefit can be used for various parts of the body. I haven't tried that per se, so we're going to stick to just the face, so the information here is simply about that. And what drew me to the facial massage was the lymphatic drainage that takes place in your face. So when you go for a body massage, which I love going for a nice deep tissue massage, that also has that lymphatic draining properties that are happening there. But it's not often that I get a face massage. I love getting a face massage. And I also find that, as a person who sits at my computer all day, I'm exposed to bright lights, I go out into nature, there's some crinkling of the forehead, my skin is naturally aging as I get older. And so I'm looking to techniques to kind of, how do I get more blood circulation into your face? As you age, just the way that your skin looks, it changes. I've been struggling with having some acne prone situations in the last few months, and I was just kind of like at my wit's end with trying to figure out some sort of solution to bring some happiness and joy back into my face. That sounds a little wooey, but honestly, I needed some help. Touch therapy, if you will. And my interest definitely peaks towards skincare, and I thought, well, this is like a marriage of those 2 things. I've got to learn more. Before I jump to showing you how I do the facial massage, I'm going to share with you some of the reasons why I love to do it and why I think it's a wonderful thing to add to your self-care routine. Also, if you want to jump ahead from this part, I have listed some timestamps right here, so feel free to skip ahead and then come back to this part after. There are 5 amazing things that can happen to you as you start to introduce gua sha facial massage into your life. The first one, which I think is probably my favorite, isn't even related to my face per se, but I love the grounding and zen element of doing the massage. As you sit there applying the face oil, practicing the movements with your stone, it is so, it's like a moment of pause. In a time, and for me, a season of life that I'm very busy, there's rarely a dull moment. It's an opportunity for me to literally stop and take deep breaths. I've been trying to introduce meditation into my life. It's a little slow going in that department, but this is a step in the right direction in that regard. It's very zen. It's just like, I love it. The other part that I'm really enjoying is the detoxifying element. By doing these scraping techniques and this type of movement towards your lymph nodes, there is that lymphatic draining effect, which I find very important. I also just think that those things, it's like changing your water filter every now and then. It's gotta be done. You gotta clear that stuff to get the bad stuff out to make space for the good stuff. It's very science-driven, that comment. Based on this great article from provinceapothecary.com, I just want to read you this part because it just makes so much sense. It says here, it it forces, so this life force, our chi, our channels need to be clear in order to work harmoniously and for chi to flow through the body. So what she said basically is what I was trying to say, is that, you have to have that free flowing movement and feeling within your body. And sometimes it's the things you can't see, right? But it doesn't mean it doesn't impact you when they are blocked. And the stimulation of your lymphatic system truly allows your organs to function more optimally. So awesome detoxifying effects. This part here is just a personal experience, and it is honestly not rooted in science. It's just makes me feel better, but I struggle with a lot of tension in my mouth. I get canker sores, I get cold sores, I grind my teeth. There's a lot, like I hold stress, I suppose, in this area. And, aside from the lymphatic draining and feeling like maybe I'm moving some of that bad juju out of my area here where I tend to hold a lot of stress, it also is tension relieving. So, if you clench in here. I had lockjaw as a teenager. I remember just waking up and not able to open my mouth. And again, relaxing that area, providing massage in these muscles that don't often get a break in the day. You're chewing, you're talking, you're overly animated. I am all of those things. And then the things you don't see, like the grinding and the stressful clenching and all of that. Again, just an opportunity to release some of that. The other side of the benefits definitely fall into the skincare and anti-aging properties, but I didn't want to focus on anti-aging because aging is honestly a gift. It's a blessing every day that we get to breathe the air, feel the things, good, the bad, the in-between. It is a gift. Now, I have experienced having Botox before. I haven't had it in several months because Botox, you get it, it goes away, right? I like the feeling, I like the look. I also don't mind my natural face. So that's a conversation for another day. I might have to do a video on Botox, does it work, and how we feel about it. Because what do we think about when we think about aging? We think about dull, maybe saggy skin. Hey, it's just nature, baby. This is what happens. The way I look at Gua Sha for the face, it's like a face workout. Why do we work out? To keep our bodies strong, to keep our muscles taut, all of these good things to feel good. And so similarly, when you're using a Gua Sha tool on your face, it increases oxygen to that area. It increases blood flow to that area. And a result of all of that is more youthful, plump, taut, sculpted looking skin, similar to the way fitness impacts your body. So that's really how I look at it. And that may be a bit of a hypocritical statement to say on one hand, I enjoy Botox, and on the other hand, I enjoy the effects of a natural facelift. Take that for what you will. I am just a mere mortal. So those two things, the idea that I have had Botox, but I also find a more holistic approach to your skincare, having those two things happen at the same time, that may cause some feelings within you, but don't worry about it. It's just my face. And I do not judge how you choose to take care of your face. We're all, walking our own path here, right? That said, I do really enjoy the way that my face looks after a massage. Like, I do feel that there is a difference. And then the last piece, which of course is like such a wonderful benefit, is you do have the effect of glowing skin for all of the reasons I just listed beforehand. And if you're someone like me who struggles with a little bit of acne, they do say that it can help with acne and, helping reduce some of that inflammation. I know you may be listening to me and you're like, Amanda, I kind of get it, but it sounds a little gimmicky. But I think we just need to come back to what I was saying at the top of this video, which is Gua Sha is rooted in traditional Chinese medicine, which, as per my internet search, there have been records documenting that there was use of this in extensive use actually in the Ming Dynasty, which was 1368 to 1644. So this goes way back. And when you do a little bit of research and you dig a little deeper, there are different tools to use for different parts of your body, and it can help alleviate pain. So all in, I think there's a couple of different ways that you can approach Gua Sha facial massage. If you're coming at it from, you're looking for anti-aging, natural facelift properties versus the other side, which is, looking for a moment of zen, adding to your self-care, helping release tension, helping detoxify and stimulate your lymphatic system. All of it, to me, is all good. It's all under the umbrella of this is awesome. I also love that you do not need to break the bank. You really need two things. The first is some sort of facial oil that's going to provide a little bit of slip. This one is from Honest Beauty. I'm still trying it out. It was rather inexpensive. So once your face is nice and slippery, then you jump to using the tool. I picked up this tool on Amazon, so I will link everything below in case you're wanting to try out this version. There are a few different types of tools. They do all follow a similar look. You've got this little loopy part, the kind of flat side, and then versus the rounded side, and of course an end with a little tip. There are some practitioners and just people who show their tutorials that go very aggressive with the skin. I must admit, that's not my vibe. I don't know if I just have a sensitive face. I prefer the slow, methodical movement with a little bit of pressure, but it's not hurting me. And as I'm doing it, I find myself counting like 1, 2, and I tend to go up to 5 per side, and then I swap and I go over and I do the same area on the other side of my face 5 times. The technique that I'm using kind of takes a little bit from a few of the videos that I've watched, and I like the process of doing it. I like the way I feel when it's done, and I hope you enjoy this little tutorial. Starting with your facial oil, just any oil that's going to create this slip on your skin, because you do not want to be tugging at your skin. There's so many little delicate areas. You don't want to do that. I take the tool with the little pointy part and I just make a little star in the middle of my forehead, and from what I understand is it kind of just activates this part. Again, not an expert, just watched a lot of YouTube videos, right? I gather these are pressure points, like acupuncture or acupressure points. And then I take it the flat side, but I don't just brush straight across the face. I go flat against the face like this and just brush to the end here. And then you kind of do this little wiggle. So brush. So that's the forehead part. And the part with the wiggle, my understanding is that it starts to stimulate this lymphatic drainage which happens around the edges. So I don't know, it's like I've gotten into this routine. So now when you go under the eyes, you want to be really, really delicate. So I take the round soft edge and the similar, very delicate. Now for this next one, when it goes over the lips are a really good area to stimulate, because as you get older, you can get pursed lips here. It's just the way our lips move, or how you hold your mouth if you're holding a lot of tension in your jaw. So this is where I feel a lot of tension, so I like to do this area. In fact, going over my lips just feels so nice. Now, with this little nook grooved part of your tool, you want to start doing the cheek area. Now I found a few ways to do this, and I was still, I'm still figuring it out what feels nice. So what I find is you watch videos, you see other people doing these facial massages, and then you choose the technique that feels the best. I think that's the best way to go. So I take it at an angle where it's kind of going, it's like flat against my face. And I take the shorter piece that hooks under the ear. For a while I was doing it this way with the longer piece, but it was kind of causing me a little bit of ear pain, to be honest. So away we go. And this is a main point here, so I like to really get in to that lymph node. Then I've seen a few different techniques on how to do under the chin, and I kind of flip between the two. So there's this one where you take the grooved edge and you just kind of back, just sort of, and then I take this flat side and I kind of just do a couple. Then, because it is nice to continue, you do have some lymph nodes down here in your neck, so you just kind of go down and you sort of But this is with the flat end of your tool. I find this feels so nice. There's a woman on Instagram who I follow who uses a butterfly style tool. It's very pretty. And she has definitely a different approach to how she does the facial massage. Sometimes it's gentle, sometimes it's rather rough. She has this technique that she uses around the eyes, which I just find feels so nice, especially if you're a brow furrower. Is that a word? I furrow my brows a lot, I don't notice I'm doing it if I'm on my computer. I needed glasses for a long time and I didn't know, so my eyebrows were always furrowed, and I feel like it's just habit. So to kind of break that up, you take that little grooved part and I sort of just gently push up from the eye. And then I do this thing that just kind of pushes down on the eyebrow. And then taking the little groove part, kind of just push these pressure points, and this feels so freaking good. So, I guess my next question is, have you tried it? What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below. Have you noticed an improvement for your skin? I aim for 3 to 4 times a week to do the massage, although sometimes I'm crawling into bed way too late and I forget, but it is such a lovely way to wind down at the end of a day. Let me know if you'd like me to try and test out any other self-care things, techniques, rituals, products that you've seen out on the market. I'd love to give it a go. I will be the self-care guinea pig for all of you. I am here for that. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you stick around and subscribe. If you liked this video, check this video out right here, which is me trying out the Revlon round brush. I think you're gonna dig that review. And down here is my latest vlog. Check it out, we're having some fun around here. It's summer in Canada and it's going well. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.